keeping my promise that no one should be in jail merely for the use of possession of marijuana. God Almighty. And those who are in jail are out, they're going to be released and their records are going to be expunged.
Welcome to Aviva Sings Out, y'all. Today, I'll be sharing more trials and tribulations of the hempdemic that we are all unfortunately experiencing. It's important that you pay attention because though some have been particularly preyed upon and hurt, we are all truly in this together, and you could be next.
You never know. Nunca se sabe.
So, all y'all probably got wind of the new Barbie movie sweeping the nation this summer. But you may not have heard the breaking news.
Huge news, everyone! What is it? It is summer!
About the Barbieries. Have you? Do we need to make a movie to get your attention? I'm a Barbiery girl in a Barbiery world. It's so spastic how laws attack us. I'm a Barbiery girl in a Barbiery world. It's so spastic how laws attack us. If we could get as much attention mustered up for this injustice, an intervention on mass proportions could save us all a lot of heartache and pain and trauma. You see, this family was traumatized. This family was on trial a month after the Barbie movie hit the theaters, facing possible life imprisonment for growing a couple of organic plants in their Georgia garden after sharing their harvest with a few dear friends and neighbors, one of them, unfortunately, being a drug war informant. Here's the story. Sometime in January or February of 2018, Alex Makarov approached his sweet neighbor and asked if he could have cannabis medicine for his mother, who was dying of cancer. So, Kelly accepted the money to help with her maintenance fees. But the Barbieries did not have a for-profit operation going on. Kelly and Dan have other careers, and their private herbal home apothecary is for their personal, physical, mental, and emotional well-being. As we all know, even just the act of gardening is a therapeutic and energizing activity, whereas commercial growing a product can be stressful and draining, like losing an earring. On March 29th, 2018, 2:52 p.m., Kelly Barbieri was arrested. Guns put to her face and all, in her own home. And Dan Barbieri was later arrested on his way home from work. The police obtained a warrant for their arrest after convincing Alex to entrap them for selling him medical cannabis for his mom, who had cancer. It was part of a deal that they made with him after finding him with hard drugs. Police know that they could trust Alex to be safe. Were they putting the Barbieries in danger by encouraging a convicted drug felon to go into their home and ask for this medicine? And I mean beyond the other very real dangers resulting from his mission accomplished. What if they denied him the medicine? And what if as a result he got crazy, upset, and violent? Because it's not exactly easy to get the medicine he was seeking. He had nowhere else to turn, perhaps, to get the medicine he needed to save his mom's life. Not only were Kelly and Dan separated and jailed for 13 days, I don't know who took care of their dogs and chickens, but their autistic child was placed in the care of the state. All of their cars and their life savings of $34,000 was stolen from them, all in the name of protecting Georgia citizens with their drug task force. They still haven't gotten any of that back. Why is that okay? Brian Kemp? Biden? What's going on? What happened to innocent before proven guilty? This behavior clearly is you thinking someone is guilty before proven innocent. What's up with the Constitution? Anyway, when they finally got out on bond, part of the condition was that they were not allowed to leave the state for any reason. Again, that's not freedom. They had to wait till their trial, which was 5 years later, August 28th, 2023. They did get approval in 2020 to travel for a few days to the beach.
Excuse us while we suit up for some beach day fun.
Beach both of us off?
Nobody's gonna beach anyone off.
But their freedoms were compromised for over 5 years. I ask you this. Would you have personally chosen that fate for them? What would a person have to do in your life in order for you to be moved to cage them up and take away their freedom, even for just one night. You can read the article by Hannah Cox, linked below, for more of this devastating story. The story of their traumatic, horrifying arrest, which truly presents itself as a cruel robbery and kidnapping of innocent, compassionate people. I'm a Barbie-airy girl in a Barbie-airy world. It's so spastic how laws attack us. Though Kelly and Dan were arrested by the state, there was absolutely no harm done to anyone except the entire Barbieri family, and of course their loved ones. We, as Georgia citizens, are supposedly victims, and we are allowing them to be robbed, kidnapped, and caged, according to Bartow County. Meanwhile, in pop culture, cannabis does not appear to be illegal, does it?
You have a man who rolls you blunts.
Yes.
Yes.
Weed does not appear to be illegal.
I get my weed from California, that's that shit.
In fact, it appears to be encouraged. Besides the fact that the Barbieries are not criminals, the actual truth is that they are heroes. They provided Alex and his mom a medicine unattainable in Georgia, though it has proven effects to help someone heal from cancer. Especially when it's fresh and raw and can be juiced with celery, carrots, watercress. In Georgia, cannabis medicine is now legal. If you're interested in getting your card and don't know how, go to the video linked below. But even the medicine now legally available in Georgia for Georgia citizens today does not have the potency and freshness that homegrown cannabis, like from the Barbieri garden, provides.
I also want to say we've got a long way to go. We still have a lot of work to do. We need to educate physicians on the medical cannabis that we provide.
Can I help to educate the physicians about the medical cannabis that you provide?
It does not have the potency or freshness that homegrown cannabis provides for a medical need. What we have here in Georgia is an oil with a dangerous ingredient. Why are people only allowed to take medicine when it is paired with this poison in Georgia? Doesn't that seem more of a criminal energy than having a fresh plant? How can we make this right? People, how do we make this right? And how do we stop the torture from continuing? The trial lasted 7 days, and after the jury deliberated, though they dropped the drug trafficking charge,
That is very thoughtful of you.
they still found the Barbieris guilty of manufacturing marijuana and the sale of marijuana. Criminal defense attorneys Catherine Bernard, who represented Kelly, and Alex Johnson, who represented Dan, did an outstanding job presenting the case.
Hello there, young maiden. What, pray tell, are you doing?
I will pray tell you. Some people littered the beach, so my friend and I are cleaning up.
Still, the education lacking in our country on the medical value of cannabis, as well as what jury nullification is, I believe contribute to this sad decision to find them guilty. Many of us do not realize that as a jury, we, the people, being a jury of their peers, have the power to deem a law unlawful.
Wow.
Wow.
That's right. So even though it's apparently against the law to grow your own cannabis, the jury may decide that this law is silly, that it's bad, that it's flawed, and therefore they are not guilty.
It's the plan that's heaven sent. We need ultimate freedom to use cannabis in our human kingdom. Laws can have flaws. Ready?
Make sense? Again, how can we make this right? Well, there are a couple of things. You, my friend. Yes, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. There are a couple of things that you are warmly invited to do. What happens next is that their judge, Judge Suzanne Smith, this Tuesday at 11 a.m. is going to decide the sentencing, which can range from simply community service and fines to 10 or so years in jail. So you are warmly invited to show up to this public hearing Tuesday at 11 a.m. to show your support, to show the judge that you want to see leniency in the sentencing. What you can also do, which can help so much, is to write an email, a letter to the Honorable Judge to share your thoughts in defense of Kelly and Dan BARBIE and to encourage the most minimum sentence possible. All letters can be addressed to Judge Suzanne Smith and emailed to barbieri@justice.law. Kelly says this will help a lot, and she appreciates all of you helping out. Please get these letters in ASAP, as Tuesday is coming up very soon. Yes, we as a people can decide a law is unlawful and pressure the rest of society to stop enforcing a flawed law.
Wow.
This is the reaction I get when I explain jury nullification to people.
Whew, I need to take a moment here, just a second. Wow.
It's really ridiculous for people to be starving to death on this planet when there's a lot of food available.
This is your future, everybody.
There's a lot of food
This is your future, America. These are your children.
If they watch the material that is made available to them, then let them make their own decisions.
Oh, it's not a joke, I'm serious.
Let your conscience be your guide.
It's a hemp revival for our own survival. It's a hemp revival.
Can have flaws. Flaws can have flaws. Look in your heart, believe in the cause.
I'm a Barbieri girl in a Barbieri world. It's so spastic how laws attack us.